everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button because you'll find new DIYs, tutorials, and new inspiration here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now you guys know I love these mason jars from Dollar Tree, basically because they don't have any kind of raised design or wording on it. They're just plain and basic, and I love how easy they are to craft with. So today I have 4 different ways you can transform a Dollar Tree mason jar into really cute farmhouse decor for your home. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first project is so super cute and so simple and easy too. Of course, you're gonna need your mason jar. I took my sticker off the bottom because we're not gonna paint this or anything. You're gonna see through it and you don't wanna see that sticker on the bottom. I also have Nautical rope from Dollar Tree and a candle. I would definitely suggest getting the power battery operated candles instead of these real ones, but that's the one I had on hand, which it'll look cute in there. I just would definitely not light it if you're going to be using rope around it and hot glue. And then of course you'll need your hot glue gun and glue sticks and a pair of scissors. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We don't need the lids on any of these mason jars, so I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna give this one a handle. So I'm just gonna kind of measure out about how long I want my handle to be. And then I'm gonna cut it and we're gonna hot glue this to the sides. We want it to go down past the rim of our mason jar, down to this part down here, just a little bit so that our next set of rope can overlap that. All right, so here's a close-up look at the handle. I use these little guides on the side of the mason jar, the little seams. That's where I ended up gluing the handles on. I get a lot of questions about my glue gun, and I will link that down in the description box below. It'll be in my Amazon favorite store. It's the one I've used for years and years and years, and I love it. It's really, really inexpensive too. But I'm gonna use that to hot glue some rope around the edge here. I'm gonna hot glue the tails in the back so that you don't see that seam. Now our next 3 mason jars are going to have a white chalk paint base. I like chalk paint because it sticks to basically any surface, so it works really, really well with glass. I'm using this Waverly brand from Walmart, so really, really inexpensive and accessible with a foam paintbrush. Each one of these is going to get 2 coats of the white chalk paint. And now that we have our mason jar painted with 2 coats of chalk paint and it's nice and dry, we're gonna give this one a buffalo check painting finish to it. So I have gray chalk paint and black chalk paint. This is the color Elephant, this is color Ink in the Waverly brand. And then I have my smaller paintbrushes here. We're just gonna freehand this. And we're gonna start by adding gray stripes all the way around our mason jar and also up and down. We're gonna try to keep them as straight as we possibly can. And now that that is dry, we're gonna add our black paint. So all of these cross sections here is where we're gonna draw or paint on our black squares. And now onto our third mason jar. Again, I have a Dollar Tree mason jar painted with 2 coats of white chalk paint. That's all dry. We're gonna give this one an enamel type look. So I have my black chalk paint out again with a little paintbrush so we can add some chippiness to it. I also have these cute little chalkboard signs. They have little picks on them, but we're gonna take the pick off and we're gonna attach them onto the top so it looks like it's hanging using some jute. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my black chalk paint to the mason jar to give it that chippy farmhouse look. Alright, so here's a close-up look, and what I did is the whole rim at the top got a layer of the black paint, and then I just used my brush to sort of touch spots around the jar. And the idea of it is that enamel would chip off if it were to hit something, and it would reveal the black metal underneath. So that's the idea of the enamel look. So now that that's dry, I'm going to add my little chalkboard to it. I'm just going to pop this little stick off the back, and then I'm going to put some of this jute around the jar, kind of like this. And then I'm gonna hot glue the sign onto the jute so that it will hang down in the front. And then you could use this to decorate with. You could use this to organize with and put labels on the front. You could put, I think I'm gonna put home on mine with my chalk marker here. You could also use regular chalk and then it'll erase off. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. And now for the last one, again, I have a white chalk painted mason jar. It has 2 coats on there. It's all dry. And this one's really, really simple too. We're gonna use some sandpaper to rub off some of the chalk paint to make it look distressed. And I'm just gonna give the middle there some embellishments. I have some Dollar Tree burlap ribbon and some jute to tie around the middle. I'll use my hot glue to keep it all in place. this tutorial inspired you, let me know down below which one of these 4 mason jars was your favorite. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and I have more great DIY tutorials in the link below that. You can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'll link those down below. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.